I hoped that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amenos. From the cookpot to the campfire, as my great-aunt Ailes used to say. It's just a saying, dear. As you're still on retainer, I'd like you to spearhead our rescue efforts. Jakarn will go with you to the island, then you'll split up to search for the royals. It's risky, but there's a lot of ground to cover. Aboard a prison ship. They sail for Amenos regularly from the Dufort docks. We'll be contracting the services of a Captain Basrush. She's a dear friend. Jakarn and I will meet you there after I finish briefing Captain Colleen and the others. While you head to the Dufort docks, I'll discuss our plan with the Alliance captains. We'll need them for this to succeed. Captain Basrush will get you to the island safely. I know for a fact she can't refuse a purse full of gold.
Wait, what? The prison island? Shouldn't I get a say in this?
Oh, I know you can't stand to be left out of the action. Think of the stories you can tell of your daring escape.
Lady Arabelle is
true.
waiting
for you out.
I can't seem to get ahead here.
Sorry, Lady Arabelle. I couldn't find any of the volumes on your list at my last port.
No time for books today, my darling. My friend...
Good health to you, Wayfarer. I'm the captain of the Shackled Guar. Now tell me, what grand adventure has Lady Arabelle drafted you into, and what does it have to do with me? Talk fast, Mainlander. I sail for Amenos on the tide. Oh? And I suppose she's offering her usual pouch of gold and the promise of an evening's company at her manor? She does know the way to this sailor's heart. If that's your port of call, who am I to argue? Just know the dangers before you step aboard my ship. If they process you in the stockade, you'll never leave Amenos alive. If you head into the jungle, beware the beasts and the gangs of banished. The gangs of prisoners who band together to survive in the jungle, they're all bad, but the green serpents are the worst. Here, for you and the pretty boy. Disguises. Put them on and try to look appropriately forlorn as you go aboard my ship. The Shackled Guar is just down the pier. Move, you dirty prisoners!
You get them there, you old sea dog, and I'll get them out.
I'll do my job, Arabelle. And remember, I like pomegranate wine with my salted mutton.
Inside, prisoner! Move!
Over here. Like my new outfit? What better way to search Amenos Station than disguised as a jailer, huh? I'll see what I can learn about our missing royals here in the stockade and around town. You head to the jungle. From what I already heard, you need to hurry. Before I engaged in 2 of my 3 favorite activities, eavesdropping and thievery, I heard the jailers talking about a bounty placed by the Green Serpents prison gang. They're offering a reward for 3 nobles that washed ashore in the jungle. What else could it be? Do you know of any other noble-born people who were lost at sea in the area? So head north and go through the big gate. That's your way into the jungle. Meanwhile, I'll see whether or not House Mornard is involved in all this. First, find the leaders. If you can't do that, find the Serpents. One of them is bound to know something. I hear they have a camp northeast of the Jungle Gate. And take this flare. The 3 captains are circling the island waiting for your signal. After you secure the royals, find a clear beach and fire that flare.
You think the Serpents were telling the truth? Freedom? If we find the lost nobles?
You know the Khajiiti's saying. If it
I don't
sounds
care
too
what
good.
you say. I'm heading into the jungle.
Don't be stupid, Rasa. You're safer here in the stockade.
I am a good hunter. Freedom or death?
Follow the rules, and you won't lose your status as a trustee.
Through this gate lies the jungle of Amenos. Your home for the rest of your miserable lives.
This one knows she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes, slipping through that gate is so tempting.
You failed again, Lasham.
It's not my fault! They're dangerous, powerful!
I'm dangerous too, Red. Moses, hush! Kill!
No! Not again! Ah!
Triple the guard on the captured royal, and find them. I promised all 3 to the Ascendant Magus, and I won't dis-
Dead fish.
Another fight? Well, if you... Oh. Careful, Walker. All that swimming and fighting has made me hungry, and you look pretty tasty, I must say. You know Zaji, and he's alive? That's good to hear. Now I can kill him for getting us wrecked as soon as I see him. When the storm hit, it was all I could do to hang on to some wreckage and make it to this beach. We're on Amenos, right? The Alliance leaders, right. I keep meaning to try to find Queen Ayrenn, but every time I get started, more of those prison mongrels rush out of the jungle and attack me. I love a good fight as much as the next sailor, but I'm exhausted. Sure, 2 noses are better than 1. If we can pick up Queen Ayrenn's scent, I can track her. That's sort of my specialty. The nose knows, as the kittens say. Stay close and follow me. Let's look around. If I catch a familiar scent, I can follow it. Let me take a sniff. Someone used this shelter recently. Their scent is fresh. Familiar. This way. What have we got here? The remains of a fire. There are tracks here. This way. Give me a moment. There was a fight here. What's that? On the ground. That medallion has the Queen's scent all over it. There! I have her trail. Follow me. The Queen is in danger.
This jungle is dangerous, Caska. Maybe your friend shouldn't be here. Fair day and Auriel's blessing to you. I am Ayrenn Arana Aldmeri, Queen of the Aldmeri Dominion. You have my apologies, friend of Caska. I'm a stink worse than a 3-day dead Guar right now. Ah, Lady Arabelle. I knew she wouldn't leave us to rot in this jungle. But she only sent you. Not an army or a chivalry of knights. No matter. I welcome the company. Trouncing these green serpent bastards is amusing, but I'm starting to grow weary. Ah, yes. We were together for a time, but we argued and he rushed off in a huff. I believe I know where to find him after we make some preparations for our rescue. You can signal a ship, but I can help calm the storm that hugs the coast. Never heard about my time with the Sea Elf pirates? They taught me some weather magic. Could you get what I need for the ritual? A claw from a volcanic beast, a feather, and the bones of a drowned sailor. Sadly, these beaches are thick with those. Gather the claw, a feather, and the bones, and I'll make sure the rescue ship can reach the shore safely. While you're gone, Caska, you've been injured. Let me tend to your wounds. And you have the items? Well done. While portals to and from Amenos are prohibited, I can teleport within the confines of the island. It just takes more effort. Interesting. Thank you for procuring these items. With them, I can clear the storm when we're ready to depart. While portals to... Oh, very well, if you insist. You may not believe this, but Emeric and I do not always see eye to eye. He's as stubborn as his throne is uncomfortable. Why the Bretons insist their king must suffer every time he sits down, I'll never understand. Here, I'll mark your map. It was just north of here. I wonder how excited you'll be when the eagle and the lion are back together again. We tend to argue. A lot. I'll catch up after I prepare the items you brought me for the ritual. Have no fear, I'll be along shortly. I just need to... Never mind, it's complicated. Magicka. Don't worry, I've got this. Go find Emeric. It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. I could sense the magical nature of the summoned storm, and none of my own arcane protections functioned. They blocked them somehow. If the storm hadn't raged out of control, I'd be dead now. I'll be fine, I just need a moment. Sea elf magics are always so particular. This little beauty will help us immensely, you'll see.
If you'll just listen, my plan will work, I promise you. I don't belong on this island.
This is the spot, but no Emeric. That man is infuriating. This complicates the situation. Let's talk. Emeric isn't here, but he left behind a number of green serpents. For a man of his advanced years, he can still swing a powerful sword. Emeric is nothing if not reliable. Look at the way the dead serpents are laid out. Isn't it obvious? He left a trail to follow. It leads directly into the cave just up the path. I'll be along shortly. The poultices should have done their job by now, so I want to go back and retrieve Caska. We will want her strength at our side before this is over, and she needs to be nearby when you signal for the rescue ship. Don't worry about me. If I could survive the politics of Somerset, I can handle an inhospitable island. I'll retrieve Caska and we'll meet up with you in a bit.
You there! I'm begging you. There was a shipwreck. The others need help.
No one can stop the Elder Tide.
More of you vile serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started. Since you're the first person I've encountered in this damn jungle who isn't trying to kill me, let's assume we're going to be friends. I'm High King Emeric. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so. Ah, well, I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island. Ah, you've seen Ayrenn. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Irnskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think they may have captured our wayward Nord prince. I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we can find anything that points to where the serpents might be holding Uryn's pup. Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention a captured noble. I suppose that's what whoever's behind this told them. No reason to reveal we're royals. Instantly raises the bounty. I really wish I'd taken one of them prisoner, though. Look around. Irnskar was here before they moved him. I'm sure of it. The Scald King's axe. Irnskar held that like Queen Maria grips a sweet roll. Fights like a giant. Let's find Queen Ayrenn, shall we? All that dead lout had was this bottle of wine. Ugh. Sour. Is there no joy on this damned island?
Yeah, if I were to break an ankle making this jump, Queen Maria would kill me. I'll go around and meet you outside.
Good to see you still well, Emeric.
And you, Ayrenn. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat. I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found in the cave. Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Irnskar. Amenos used to be a stronghold for high rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here. A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today, but you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Irnskar there. We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally, Ayrenn performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, our course seems clear. We make for the coin fort to the west. Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. It's just west of here, if I remember my maps. I'll just spend the walk thinking about the choices I've made. A little retrospective. To the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Ayrenn?
Caska will run ahead and clear the path. I'll make my own way there. I'll see you at the fort. Do try to keep pace with Caska, Emeric.
Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Walker, we need to talk. Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. I'd bet Zaji's left ear that it's Prince Irnskar. Queen Ayrenn suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one. In a word, yes. Pretend Emeric is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Irnskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
The High King most definitely, agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Caska. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
If you insist.
They captured one of the nobles. You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate!
One door down, one to go. All... I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready.
Hands off, you bastard!
That's one of the nobles Dishji wants.
High King Emeric is no one's prisoner!
Steady, my friend.
Attack!
Well done. Caska and I will cause a distraction. Go find Prince Irnskar.
The way is clear. Let's go find...
The Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise if he's dead, Netchbrat.
Can I assume this is a rescue? I am Prince Irnskar, heir to the throne of Windhelm and Skyrim. Since you don't appear to be one of these green serpent bastards, can I assume you're a friend? So all 3 Alliance delegates still live? Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the Serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Urun, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them. Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. Their leaders, the Lord and Magus, are here. And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emeric would agree, and so would Ayrenn. Come, friend. We can deal with these traitors in one fell swoop. With Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his Magus. I want to show them what it means to attack a Nord warrior. Ah, it feels good to be armed again. I've missed you, Sungir.
I'll get Ayrenn and Caska. We'll wait for your signal.
There. Let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the Order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Enough! Let's get down there!
My liege, we must go.
to escape.
Guar, find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I thought. See the ocean. That's a good place to use your signal. Shore's boom! Let's see that light all the way back in Windhelm. Let's get to the dock.
Hold them at bay. Sea elf rituals are fickle things, but I shall quiet the storm.
Green serpents! Attack!
Don't let them interrupt the queen.
No ship can reach us through this storm.
Patience, lad. Ayrenn is working on that.
Winds, waves, and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working!
I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
We got them all! Even Caska! Friend, give the word and Saji will...
A daring rescue, a clean escape. Well done, my friend. I can't wait to tell Queen Maria all about it. The Covenant remains strong. Or so I tell myself from atop the lumpy pillow of my unbearably uncomfortable throne. Look, we've accomplished quite a bit in these past few years. I mean, you tell me. Is it madness to hope for peace in our time? Indeed. The people of High Rock, Hammerfell, and Hrothgar seek to build a future together. A process you've been part of. Someday, the Covenant will be victorious. In my heart, I believe that. But if we can achieve peace sooner, why not try? That's a good question. Ayrenn the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was short and sweet. His son would negotiate on the Pact's behalf. Not for me. I have heard that Irnskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent? Perhaps... A daring rescue, a clean escape. Well, I kept busy, if that's what you're asking. We made our way around the fort and kept the bulk of the Serpents' forces occupied. Caska was a real champion. She cut down 3 ruffians for every one that Ayrenn or I dealt with. For all their rhetoric, it's clear that the Ascendant Order doesn't want the war in Cyrodiil to end, at least not with one of us on the throne. They're the worst kind of evil, a malicious greed masquerading as a benevolent purpose. A daring rescue, a clean escape. What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant, I rule over High Rock, and I attend meetings. So many meetings. Any other questions before more of these serpents show up? Over my strenuous objections, honestly. I was Earl of Cumberland before King Gardner died. He dropped dead of the Nahartan flu, and suddenly I was crowned King of Wayrest. Haven't had a decent night's sleep since. When Rancer challenged my rule, an alliance seemed a prudent course for a quick resolution. Luckily, it was still in place when the Empire collapsed. The Covenant represents a return to the ideals of the past, and I believe, our best hope for peace. Being the eldest son of a noble house, I was trained to lead, though not necessarily to be a king.
The Ascendant Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly. At least we heard their plans. A meeting on High Isle, we heard the Ascendant Lord say. Of course. But you must tell her what I'd learned while I was a captive. The Ascendant Order is behind all this, and they are led by the Ascendant Lord and his Magus. The Ascendant Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would... Of course. Truly? Well, you did not know that they were planning a big meeting on High Isle until we heard the Ascendant Lord say it, so that's something. And did you know the Lord planned to kill us as soon as the Green Serpents delivered us to him? As sure as we made it onto this ship alive. They want to make a show of it. You could hear it in their voices. This Magus, this Lord... They hunger for power, and the death of 3 Alliance leaders would be quite a start to their feast.
Ah, nice to be back in the city. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor, friend. I'll see you there.
Walker, Lady Arabelle wants to see you in the courtyard, out back.
Well, here comes our hero now. Good work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Amenos safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Baccaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. Then we can turn our attention back to the Ascendant Order. So Prince Irnskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest, and I need to make sure our royal guests remain safe. For now, take this. As long as I can count on you, there's more where that came from. Thanks to you, the royals have finally reached High Isle. While the Ascendant Order has lost their prizes, they remain a threat. Once the Ascendant Lord and his Magus learn the Alliance leaders are here, they will stop at nothing to reach them. Over here, dear. We have more work to do.